Dixon, and this is another postcard from Moorhead. What's on the menu today? Pasties, not pasties. Pasties are for entertainment. Pasties are for eating. And where I grew up, never heard of pasties. But when I went to Montana back in 2000, there was Steve Kinnick, Dave Mazer, Jens Bolstead. They introduced me to the pasty. Now the pasty is a Cornish dish, and it was developed so the miners could take these pasties, it's a pocket food, and they could take it in their pocket or lunch pail or whatever for lunch. Now this is my second attempt to make pasties. The first attempt that I made, I followed the menu exactly, and what I ended up with, for me, not a lot of flavor. So this is my second attempt to do pasties, and I have jacked it up a little bit. I'm going to have some jalapenos, some onions, some cabbage, green peppers, carrots, and I have ground beef and ground sausage that I am going to mix together to make these pasties. So I'm not going to show you me chopping up all this stuff. I've already got my potatoes chopped up, my onions are chopped up, my carrots are chopped, my green peppers, and a little bit of cabbage, and the oven is already preheated. So I'm going to mix my ingredients here with my sausage and hamburger. Then I'm going to cut my pastry. So let's mix our ingredients together, and then we'll cut the pastries. So I've got my ingredients in the bowl with my hamburger and my sausage, and I'm going to use the old-fashioned mixer to mix this together. Okay, so as you can see here, I have mixed up my vegetables. Oh, somebody in the back row said, how much meat did you put in that? I've got a half a pound of sausage and a half a pound of hamburger meat. The vegetables, I just cut up to what looked like it should go in there. It's up to you if you want more green peppers, less green peppers, carrots, and so forth. Now, the original recipe, the only thing it called for was some salt and pepper. But I like a little of that W sauce, that Worcestershire sauce. I'm going to mix that in there for a little bit of flavor. Mix that up. Salt. Some black pepper. Got to have some flavor in this. There's that black pepper. And I like a little paprika. So I'm going to put a dash of that in there. And I'm going to go back and mix all this up again. So if you look at at all the recipes that you can pull up on the internet, Mr. Google, one of the first things they have you do is make the pastry. You do not have to do it that way. You could go to Mr. Pillsbury, Little Poppin' Fresh, and get some pie crust. That's what I've done. So how do I cut these to the size that I need? I'm going to take a 5-inch bowl and cut my little circles out. That's about right. The first ones that I made the pastries too small. So I'm going to cut these, and this is about a 5-inch, or rather a 6-inch. This is a 6-inch diameter that I'm cutting. So there's two that I've got made. There is a second sheet of the pie crust. I'm going to cut these out, and we'll be back in a minute. Well, we're back. I have cut my pie crust, or my pastries, into little 6-inch diameter, and I'm going to fill them up. But before we get to that, you saw what I put in. Mine was green peppers, potato, carrots, onion, Worcestershire sauce, and some other seasonings. This is how you want to make your pasties. You could put corn in it. You could put Frank's hot sauce. You could put cheese. You could put peas, parsley, thyme. You could put mushrooms. You know, this is a recipe that you can make to suit your taste. So I'm going to fill just on one side. You know, because we need to fold it over. Can't put too much in there, like I say. And we're going to fold this over just like that. Pinch the ends together. And we could take a fork or just pinch it together with your fingers, whichever you prefer. And one of the things we need to do is to cut a little slot up here to let the steam out. And the other part that we need to do is take our egg wash and put around this to seal that for us. Okay, as you can see, this is my second pasty that I put together. I put a little bit more ingredients in there. And what have I done this time? My cowboy candy. My candied jalapenos. Got to have some flavor in this. And I'm putting about 4 slices of cowboy candy. That's what I've ended up with. That's 2, 4, 6 pasties, and they are stuffed. Put a little bit more egg wash on this one. Going to put them in the oven, 350 degrees, for about an hour and 15 minutes, or until they are golden brown. Now, what Lenore doesn't know, half of these have jalapenos, half of them don't. Well, we are back. I've got them out of the oven. Oh my, I want you to look at that. It's golden brown. 6 pasties, not pasties. Again, pasties are for entertainment. Pasties are for eating. As you can see here, I've already kind of sampled this one. And the combination of the hamburger, the sausage, green pepper, onion, potato, and jalapeno. That's what I'm talking about. Now that's got some flavor to it. Highly recommend this. And like I say, you can add as much of the other ingredients. You could put corn. You could put pinto beans in it if you want to. But this is the perfect taste for me. Now I told you I was going to put that in the oven for about an hour to hour and 15 minutes. Evidently my oven runs a little hot. This is what they look like after 40 minutes in the oven. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So, I'm Larry Dixon, and this has been a postcard from Moorhead. Hello, I'm Larry Dixon, and this is another postcard from Moorhead. What are we doing today? Listening to the buzzer.